everybody. My name is Joe Tierney, as I'm sure some of you know. If you don't, it's very nice to meet you. I planned on starting my own channel, and I actually did start. It's called the Average Joe Show. However, with the recent events that have taken place in Afghanistan, I really felt the need to get something out now, just because it's fresh in the mind and fresh in the minds of those who are watching this all unfold on TV. If you didn't know, I am a decorated combat vet of the war in Afghanistan, so it does mean quite a bit to me. To see the things that I saw online, it was really, really tough. I can't speak for everybody, but I know that for myself and for the people that I was with, my platoon and my leadership and my buddies to my left and right, I know that we, felt like we did a really good job there. We were really happy with the outcome when we left. However, we all knew, I think we all had a sense that when we left, leaving it in the Afghans' hands was not a good idea. Now, I'm not saying that because I don't believe the Afghans are incapable of forming a government or doing the necessary things to be recognized on the national stage. However, I do know that during my course of time in Afghanistan, which was 2012 and 2013, is that a large part of the Afghan army, a large part of the Afghan police and Afghan uniformed police were already Taliban. Those are things that we knew. Those are things that we were told. So I just think that it's important that we don't get bogged down by the things that we're seeing on TV. Luckily, I saw treatment for some of the mental health issues that I had when I got home, and that has worked out tremendously for me. I am stable and I'm happy and I live a good life. However, I have lots of friends who are not, and I feel so bad for them, and it's not that they're incapable of doing something, it's just that they're struggling, honestly, truthfully, and a lot of them have they have this inside of them, which I know exactly where it comes from. It comes from being an infantryman in the United States Army, that it's weak to seek treatment, it's weak to seek help, it's weak to do those things. And I just want to make it very clear that on this show, reaching out for mental health help or treatment is not weak. It's actually quite the opposite. If you can stand up and say, I have a problem and I want to fix that problem, you are not a weak person, you're a strong person. And that's the message that I really want to get across to my buddies and explain that to them. And I tried. Some of them I can't get a hold of. Some of them I don't know where they are. It's hurtful, it's upsetting for me, but I really don't like to get partisan. However, I realize that by having a channel, that at some point in time I'm going to have to be somewhere in the middle, and I'm going to speak about certain issues on both the left and the right. However, I think that Afghanistan is not a partisan issue. I think it's an issue that all Americans are kind of on the same page with. We all want it out of there. We all wanted to leave, especially us. But unfortunately, by rushing things and doing this too quickly and, leaving them open to attack, meaning leaving the Afghans open to attack without our support. I think a better support system should have been put in place, and unfortunately that did not happen, and now you're seeing what you're seeing on TV. So I think that the best course of action right now would be to secure the airport, obviously, which we're doing. But what I'm worried about is the fact that there's 10,000 American journalists, civilians, contractors who are outside of the airport, and they're being asked to make their way to the airport. Now that worries me and concerns me because I don't know how they're going to do it. I mean, the land is completely controlled. I've been there, I've seen these guys in action, and I'm telling you, the land's controlled. And unless you are Audie Murphy or Rambo, I just don't see how you're going to get through. And, that's disturbing. And when we finally find out the fate of these poor souls, I think it's going to be even more disturbing. And I think it's going to be something that will go down in the history books as a stain on our character, a stain on us as a country. I was proud of the work we did in Afghanistan. I still am proud of the work we did in Afghanistan. And I just want to make something very clear to all my audience members, everybody who's listening, to my friends that are veterans. What you did, those we lost, and those that lost limbs, was not in vain. Somebody who is much older and much wiser than me said to me the other day, Joe, they didn't lose their life or give their limbs for nothing. They did it for what they believed in. And therefore, they are essentially the greatest of our generation. Now, that's a powerful statement. I'm not ready to make that statement as a young member of this generation. However, I think that it's important for veterans to know that and understand that and know that they're not alone. Know that their sacrifice was not for any reason at all. Their sacrifice was for a very good reason. And that was that they believed in protecting our country from enemies, foreign and domestic, but mostly foreign. And our presence in Afghanistan, without doubt, one would have to deny reality to say that our presence in Afghanistan helped us avoid terrorist conflicts here at home, because it did. If you don't have those soldiers out there hunting down Al-Qaeda and the Taliban, they're free to come up with all kinds of plans and negotiations and projects. And what I fear the most is another 9/11. We're approaching the anniversary, something that we should be, really thinking about, something that is the worst loss of civilian life in our history's nation by an enemy of our nation. And so I think it's a somber event, but it's also a remembrance event. And I just hope that the Afghanistan situation does not overshadow the 9/11 anniversary, because I know there's family members that lost people, which is the reason why I joined the military, which is so I could be able to look them in the face and say that I tried to do something. I tried. So with that said, there'll be more to come. I'm sorry for the way I look. If you can't tell, I just woke up. So I definitely plan on setting up a much better video in the near future. But unfortunately, right now is a time where I felt I really needed to step in and say something prior to making that video. I love you all. I wish you the best, and we will speak again soon. Bye.